I'd like to welcome everyone here to the Chesapeake Bay Beach Club for Ryan and Lauren's special day. These guys have been planning this thing for 2 years now, and it's amazing. All the hard work, contacting the photographer, the DJ, getting together with the cake people, lining up the venue, sending out invitations. I mean, it's just so much work to do. Let's give them a round of applause for all their hard work. I stand here with the title today of Father of the Bride. That's the FOB. And I'm joined by my wife over here of 34 years. 30, I'm told 35 years. And her title is MOB, Most Outstanding Beauty. That's because I'm trying to get on good tonight. My daughter asked me to give a speech today that would make her cry. Weeks and weeks go on and on and on, and the bills mount. I'm not sure about her, but I'm the one who's crying. She'll always be my little girl, despite the fact that she's getting old, and she's way up there in her senior years by 27 now, 28? 28. That's how well I know my daughter. Let me give you some historical biography on Lauren, since some of the people may not know a lot about her. When Lauren was 2 years old, she was diagnosed with a heart ailment. She had a micro-sized or dime-sized hole in her heart. Val and I took her to Johns Hopkins University. They performed the surgery, and she came through it with flying colors. And I'll tell you what, it was a scary event at the time. I still remember Jamie over at Nona Gina's house saying, "Where is Lauren? Where is Lauren?" And she's crying and crying. These two were so close, joined at the hip was an understatement. But she's been healthy ever since, and a real blessing. I have so many great memories with Lauren growing up. We spent countless hours on the baseball field, on the soccer field. But when she was real young, she was the real character of the family. She had a distinct mohawk hairdo running down the center of her hair. Now, we didn't have a hairdresser do that. It was just the way it was. And she was Miss Chattermouth. She never stopped talking. This thing was going 24 hours a day. Still today, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. And about, I guess, I don't know, when she was maybe 5 or 6 years old, my good friend over here, John Patty, got me in the DJ business. So I had a little setup down in the basement. I was testing out CDs and records, and sure enough, Lauren would be down there doing her thing. This is the way she danced. Let me tell you something. It's 2018. It ain't that much better nowadays. We did spend a lot of time on the boat fishing. I'm not sure if we caught too many things, but we enjoyed ourselves. We've been bike riding all over the state. I think we've seen every movie in town, and that was really something. When Lauren played recreational baseball and softball, she was a little prodigy of sorts. I can still remember her playing baseball with her New York Yankee cap on. Yeah! Come on, there's got to be a couple Yankees here. All right, I killed it. Nonetheless, she was on the All-Star team several times, MVP 2 times that I know of. She did it excellent. And on the basketball court, that was her specialty. She won the MVP award twice, made the All-Star team a couple times, and won the 8th grade foul shooting contest that had about 25 kids. She was a star. She tried her hand at soccer, but she was okay. She did her best here. When she went to high school, she went to Towson High. My wife wanted her to go to Towson, a magnet high school. I wanted the kids to stay local. All their friends went there. All her associations were there. If you've ever had an argument with the DeFalcos, let me tell you something. The odds are against you all the time. And I think you guys know that. But thank God she was 100% right. They went to the magnet high school. Lauren did excellent, graduated with honors. She was on the cheerleading squad, and also, and this is for John McKenna, she was on the golf team. And it's a sport that I know and love, although I never play it. But she was very good at that also. But this program propelled her on to college, where she was accepted into my favorite college, the University of Maryland. Terp fans. Lauren had a dyslexia disorder and some tension issues going on, but despite that, she had to work twice as hard to get where she's at. But she graduated college with a magna cum laude designation. Let's hear it, guys. That means you got a 3.9 average. Only 6 people out of 1,000 get that designation. So that was a real accomplishment. And she was also an RA. Now, I could sit up here all day long and talk about Ryan. Ryan. I'll get to him next. I can sit up here all day long and talk about how Lauren is great and she does this. But I have just a few negatives to share with you. I'm glad this is double-sided. But I'll tell you, Lauren has very few bad qualities, but she will occasionally bite your head off. I mean, we've seen that before, right? And she's a cat lover. We've always been dog lovers our entire life. She abandoned Lucy. My baby Lucy. Lauren abandoned Lucy, but she's a super person. And Calvin, you stole my thunder here, but I was going to tell about the Cupid website. These two met on the website, Cupid.com. Isn't that something? Okay, Cupid. All right, Cupid. Did you guys hear about the 2 spiders that got engaged? Did you guys hear about the 2 spiders that got engaged? I heard they met on the web. That's what they tell me, anyway. Boo. Where's the gong show at? But I got to tell you, Ryan is the best son-in-law that I could hope for. He is my kind of guy. I'm not a hockey guy, but he loves football just like me. He's kind, considerate. Every Mother's Day, he buys my beautiful wife flowers. I mean, he's a super, super guy. He communicates all the time. We don't see him as often as we'd like because he moved to the other side of the world, but he is a super hardworking guy. He's trustworthy, and it doesn't hurt that he makes a good income either. Because Lauren dated a couple of slugs in her life that we won't let them go. And I have to salute Marcy and Ted for the great job. Terry, I'm sorry. Marcy and Terry for raising a great kid. Yeah, one too many drinks. For raising a great kid, I'm telling you. I'd also like to thank them for the rehearsal dinner last night. Everyone had a great time. The food was super. And the Caps fans were all waiting to go, man. They were waiting to go. These two are so well suited. They've been to Cancun twice. They've been to South Africa. They did the safari thing. They've been to parts of Canada, Puerto Rico, and in the future, they got plans for Hawaii and Australia. How about that, man? And you can tell when things are going well when you don't have to try to make it go well. I mean, it's unbelievable. As you know, Ryan's a huge Caps fan. Had we lost last night, this affair was going to be canceled. I can tell you that right away, you know. But we got through it. Let's raise our glasses to Ryan and Lauren. How about it, folks?
Are we ready? Good? All right, people, let's get silent for a moment, please. So good evening, buonasera. It is an absolute honor and pleasure to be standing before you all tonight to celebrate the union of my twin sister, Lauren, and her now husband, Ryan. It's a little unusual to say that, but I love it. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and a tremendous thank you to both of the families for all of your continual efforts and dedication to making this event the success that it is. I hope you're all having a lovely time. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't pause. And I know that we will have a blast when the music ensues very shortly. So when I got the call from Lauren asking me to be her co-maid of honor, I thought the biggest challenge of that duty would be the speech. But then I recalled very vividly the torturous numbers of hours that my father and I had to endure watching reality TV shows, particularly those of a bridal nature. So Say Yes to the Dress and Bridezilla. But in all seriousness, Lauren has done very well. We've had very few minor hiccups along the way. So I'll talk about how Lauren and Ryan met just for a moment. I know it has been stated various times. Lauren came to me and said, you know, I want to give this online dating thing a try. And I approached it with much apprehension. But after only a few dates with Ryan, I knew that she was positively enchanted, as we all were. And I distinctly recall this photograph of Ryan adorning a blue plaid shirt and Lauren with her arms draped around him just about everywhere. So Instagram, Facebook, her laptop background, her phone background, you name it, it was there. So it wasn't until I got the call from Lauren that I knew things were getting very serious. So I'm driving home from work and she says, Jamie, I'm in a dilemma and I need your advice. Now, for those of you that really know Lauren, this could mean any number of things. Shout out to my girl Tashina, who shares 50% of these calls with me. I don't know where she is, but shout out. There she is, thank you. And she says, you know, I'm at Ryan's house and I have to go to the bathroom. Number 2. And I said, okay, so what seems to be the problem? Excuse yourself and use the ladies' room. So long story short, for the duration that Matthew and Ryan lived together, Lauren only used Matthew's bathroom. Sorry. And then, sorry. And then when they moved in together, Lauren discovered she had 2 other viable options, the downstairs bathroom and a little something called Febreze. So the purpose of that grossly overshare is that Lauren would frequently call me and talk to me about these small dilemmas. And that's when I knew that she really wanted to make this relationship last. And here we are several years later. We all know they have 2 cats. They've traveled the world together. And they are truly an inspirational couple to us all. And I really believe that. They're a match made in heaven. So I'll take a moment to highlight some of the most redeeming qualities of both the bride and groom, and I'll start with the bride because why not? Ladies first. First of all, how amazing does she look tonight? Hello? And I'm not just saying that because of the uncanny resemblance. So ever since we were young girls, I've always admired my sister. She had developed her personality at such a young age. She has always been very independent, very hardworking. She sets her goals and she achieves them and brings them to fruition. And for that, I really admire you. She is approachable. She surrounds herself by excellent company, as we see tonight. And I'm really blessed to call her my sister. And I know we have a number of siblings here this evening. I'm not sure if we have the pleasure of having any twins in the crowd, but we take this whole sibling rivalry to the next level. Oh, there we go, shout out. So you know what I'm referring to. Who's the more athletic twin? Who's the more fashionable twin? You get the idea. And to this day, I will grant Lauren one victory, and that is beating me out of the womb. So you have 8 minutes. Enjoy it. That's all you get for your lifetime. And to be honest, it's still questionable who came out first, so maybe not. And her other greatest achievement to date is bringing our lovely Chihuahua, with whom I'm obsessed, into our family. And as per Ryan, I am a little bit of a challenge to get along with, but I knew that we would get along from our first encounter. You are very calm and relaxed, very approachable, and extraordinarily thoughtful. You fit very well into our crazy Italian family, and that in itself is a challenge. So 2 stamps of approval. Lucy loves Ryan, which is great for anyone who knows the character and demeanor of a Chihuahua. And she does not bite Ryan as he boldly attempts to steal a kiss, so props for that. And secondly, he got the final and most important stamp of approval by my grandmother, Nonnangina. And you know you're in the family when she finally gets your name right after many guided attempts and FaceTime calls, right? Ryan? And she also had a hand in choosing Ryan amongst the eligible bachelors on the OkCupid site that they met on. So I will close with giving a few choice words that I would like you, Ryan, to say to your new wife, Lauren, every day. I love you. No. You are right. And as they say, a man who is wrong is wise. And a man who says he's wrong when he's actually right is married. So I would like to invite... So I'll invite everyone to raise their glasses in celebration of the newlywed Mr. and Mrs. Friedman. I'll hand off the baton to whoever is next. Casey.
All right. Well, I don't think I'll ever have as much dirt as twin sister will, but I'll do my best here. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today, just to share in this experience. You know, a fantastic day with this beautiful couple here. What an amazing ceremony, right? Thank you, everyone that has made today possible, and a huge shout out to our Master of Ceremonies back there, Calvin. Yeah. Should I say CAPS? No, but really now while we're all here, the roast of Ryan and Lauren, right? Unfortunately, my wife told me I wasn't allowed to do that, so I had to tone down my speech a little bit, so here it goes. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Casey. I've had the privilege of being best friends with Ryan here for about 20 years now. It's been a long time. Been given the true honor of being one of his best men today. So thank you, Ryan. Greatly appreciate that. So you're probably asking yourself, why 2 best men? That's not common, right? Ever since me and Ryan and Matt have known each other, we've done everything together. We even made a nickname for ourselves, the Tripod. Let's take a look at me and Matt next to each other real quick, and then if Ryan were to stand up, we're gonna be leaning like this for the tripod, right? It's a pretty crooked tripod, right? But honestly, it makes sense because Matt and myself have always leaned on Ryan for so many things. He's been a great friend throughout the years. Couldn't ask for more. You know, I always ask myself, why is Ryan so eccentric and flashy? I like that answer. So, leading into that, he even got the nickname Hollywood. So, I mean, flashy, eccentric, it kind of goes right along with his personality, right? But then, I was trying to think. It makes sense, because if you look around at all of our friends, if our friends could stand up in the back here. All the friends stand up. We've got like 1.5 feet on this guy, so he had to do something so that the girls would notice him, right? I mean, really, just look at this guy's hair. He takes longer to get ready than Lauren and my wife put together. Shoot, honestly, he's probably spent more on hair care products than he has his past 3 cars. Was it a Vigor, a Cavalier, and then you drove your sister's Cobalt? Come on, man. Vigor. Yeah. Just because it was in a Biggie song doesn't mean it's cool. No, but honestly, speaking of cars, I remember an entire year before I think me and Ryan even had driver's license. We were in a computer class, and it was a year-long class. I can't remember ever using the computer. Like, we would look at this website, Arabuni. You remember that? Yeah, he remembers. Basically, it sold body kits for cars, and we decided what cars we wanted to get. Ryan wanted a Celica. Let's be real. Anyone that knows. But honestly, several months later, Ryan ended up and he bought a Celica GT and got the Invader body kit on it. Woo! White on white, right? A few months later, by chance, I was driving down the road and got the same identical car. We thought we were so cool. Matching cars driving down the road. What little did we know. Hindsight's 2020, right? But the point I'm trying to make is every time Ryan gets an idea or a plan in his head, he's going to do whatever it takes to succeed. That's one great thing about this guy. If he's got a goal, he's going to do whatever it takes to achieve it. Let's give him a round here. He's not going to let anyone or anything stand in his way. That's, of course, as long as it doesn't interfere with his nap schedule. Or with a $2 off Chinese buffet coupon. I mean, honestly, this guy needs to go to the doctor because his MSG levels are off the charts. It's crazy. So if you guys, the moral of the story, of course, is if you guys want your kids to be tall, don't let them eat Chinese food like this guy. So it ties all back together with Ryan and Lauren. Ever since I've known Ryan, he's always told me, I'm gonna have $1 million in the bank, I'm gonna have a vacation house on an island before I ever get married. Reality strikes. Lauren, honestly, is the only person I've ever seen that has gotten Ryan to do something he necessarily didn't want to do. We're not going to say he didn't want to do it because that'd be wrong. But, he may not have wanted to. All through college, Ryan complained more about the cats and dogs than anything else. It was just every day. Like, really, my allergies are killing me. There's so much hair on the ground. Oh, what am I going to do? Only after a few months of living together, Lauren got him not only to get one cat, Was that? Was Alvin or Gizzy's first? Gizzy. All right. We got Alvin a few months later, so we got two of them. Not only that, you see him on the side of the road taking glamour shots and like outfits with these cats. I can honestly tell you, I love my pets. Wholeheartedly. I've had a cat, several dogs. Molly, no way in hell am I gonna be taking glamour shots in outfits with our pets. Ain't gonna happen. But that's their story. It was evident from the day that Ryan met Lauren. She changed him 100%. You could honestly tell something was different. I can tell you from personal experience, when you find a good woman in your life who makes you a better person, everything changes. You were better as a person for it, honestly. I will tell you, I was a hellion. Let's be real. Everybody here knows that. Molly settled me down, just like Lauren settled this hellion down. There is nothing in the world that makes me happier than seeing you two together. You. Who said that? You gotta exit the building right now. These two, honestly, they make a fantastic couple. I've seen Ryan with so many different things through the years. It's just, we'll call it things. That's not even what I was referring to, but it sounded bad. So many different loves through the years. But honestly, he's talked about doing all kinds of things in his life, and when he met her, everything got put on the back burner. He puts more into this relationship than I've seen him do anything in his life. She might even get him to skip a nap. I doubt it, but we'll say it. So, honestly, Ryan, we've got a fantastic group of friends. Me and Richard, Matt's dad, were talking about it last night. It's rare to see this many friends still together after all these years. I mean, everybody talks about high school. You had 2 or 3 friends who you may still be in contact with. We've got 12, 13, 14 of them because... And honestly, it's because this tripod here has done everything to make sure that we stuck together. We heard the stories from our parents. Oh, I don't remember anyone. But we want to make sure we're together forever. And it makes me so happy to welcome you, Lauren, into our group. And we plan to be with you forever. Thank you, guys. Shout out to the family.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here to celebrate Lauren and Ryan's special day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brittany. Lauren and I go way back. Unfortunately, probably like 12 years. We're really old now. Over those years, we have laughed, cried, and Lauren adopted some cute cats that always end up in costumes somehow. As everybody apparently has already touched on, so I'm just repeating that. There aren't even words to define the kind of friend you've been to me, and even more so, no words to describe how happy I am for you and Ryan. Since Calvin gave everyone the backstory already, I won't go on about how the lovely couple met. I would share some embarrassing and juicy secrets with you all right now, but as they say, we don't kiss and tell. Lauren, you look gorgeous. Best wishes on this new adventure with your best friend and now husband. Ryan, you're a very lucky man. I've been lucky enough to enjoy 10 plus years with this woman. Her compassion, selfishness, amazing dance moves, and her inability to cook. Sorry, Lauren. Now it's your turn. As Calvin said, happy wife makes for a happy life. Please raise your glasses to join me in congratulating the beautiful bride and handsome groom. Congratulations. I love you both. To Lauren and Ryan. Yeah. Go Caps.
So, you may or not know this, but the Washington Capitals won their first Stanley Cup playoffs in franchise history! All right, I had to announce that. Just had to announce that, all right? And I wanted to thank everyone that put this roast of Ryan and Lauren together. Ryan and I have been friends, roommates, and business partners. When Ryan and I first met, we were in elementary school. He started a Munchkins Club, and I was too tall to be included. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I did what any second grader would do, and I cried to my mom and wished I was shorter. Since that day, Casey and I and Ryan all became very good friends. People would see Casey and I together and they would say, they would call us the Twin Towers. But Casey and I were quick to include Ryan and say, no, he's the short leg of the tripod. Lauren Friedman. Lauren Friedman is undeniably transparent. She's loud. She'll tell you her thoughts regardless of setting, regardless of what any spectator may hear. And it's comforting. It is comforting because you know when she's with you that she approves of you, unless she doesn't. Ryan Friedman, he is undeniably absurd. He makes decisions seemingly without consideration or without regard to standards or perceptions, and it's comforting. It's comforting because he sees what things really are. He isn't skewed by outside influences, standards, norms, or even realistic expectations. My tip for both of you is embrace it and enjoy it. Someone close to me once told me that it's important to remember the moments in life, not to get carried away by all the stresses we put on ourselves and all the chaos that surround us, and to take each moment as it comes and be thankful. And I hope that you treat every second of this marriage as one of those moments. So if you could please raise your glasses to the bride and groom. To not being carried away unless the moment strikes. to not letting chaos surround you unless you invite it. Table 15. And being thankful that you are in this moment together. Cheers.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when